What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video I'm gonna go ahead and try this 3503 Fierce by Nature Artistry palette, and it's the one by Morphe. I'm also trying the AT Totally Tan face palette, also by Morphe. If you guys would like to see how this, what I think about this, make sure to stay tuned, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment below of what you think. So I'm opening up the package for the 3503 Fierce by Nature. I believe they also changed the package for this one, but the formula, I think it's still the same. The colors are beautiful. Like if you look at them online, it's nothing. And when I mean it, from all the palettes that I have, this palette right here looks nothing like in person, for real. Like way different. Like it looks so much better in person. But I don't know yet because I haven't tried it, so I don't know how they apply. But I've seen a lot of good reviews on this palette, so it looks like this. The other one was made of cardboard, and it was pretty nice, but I like it. And what I don't like is this plastics right here that they have like the names in there. Like, why can't they just put them, right in there in the palette?
So this is exactly how the palette looks like. It has so many orangey transition shades. It has so many reddish and some green. Also, it has some smoky like in the bottom, but it also has a lot of shimmery orangey transitions, goldish, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these, and if you want to see the names, you have to put like the plastic, just like this.
So for this palette, I'm gonna be swatching first the first row. This is a trance. It's like a creamy shade. Then I have consume. It's like a transition orange, like a peachy one. Then I have frenzy. This is like a shimmer, goldish. And I have Power Play. I love this one. This is like a green, like a really light green. I don't know why I love the color. Like I really want to try it. I have not really done like green eyeshadows. Then we have Savage. It's another transition, like a matte transition. Then I have the OG. This one is kind of like a light transition. Disrupt is our last one from the first row. And this one right here, it's a little darker. But look at all those. You get so many transitions and some shimmers. So now I'm going for the second row. This one's called Tempting. This is like a matte light pink. I really like the tone. And then we have Flame Game. Then I have Ferocious. I don't know how you pronounce it. But it's this one right here, and it's like an orange transition matte. Then I'm going for one of my favorites from the palette. It just gets my attention because it's like a really bright neon green. So this one is Come Alive. I can see that. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Then I have Major Hottie, and this is like a darker transition shade. I can see this one like in the crease area. Then I have Stun Wild. So this one is like a shimmer brownish gold. It looks chrome, like super chrome. And then I have Embers, whatever, Embers, I don't know. And it's this one right here, and this is, you can see it, like a shimmer peachy tone. Look at that. so pretty. So many oranges, but then you get greens, you get transitions, and you get shimmers and like goldish. So now I'm gonna go with this one right here called New Flame, and this is kind of reddish, like a reddish shimmer. Then I'm gonna go with Ball of Fire, and it's like a dark orange, almost red. Then I'm going with Red Alert, and this one is called Red Alert, but it looks like a really, it has like some pink in it, like not exactly red to me, I don't know. Then I have Make Believe, and this is like glitter. I haven't tried this one, so I don't know how it's gonna apply. Let's see. Oh, so pretty. So now I'm gonna go with Unstoppable, and that is this one right here. This is like another pink, like hot pink or reddish, whatever. Then I have Explode. This is like an orange. And then the last one from that row, Hot Contents. This is like a shimmer, like a shimmer reddish. Look at the shades. I really love the glitter. I don't know if it's gonna apply the same as smooth in the eye, but I hope so. So here I'm gonna do the fourth row, and this is more like burgundies and some browns and some shimmers, mattes, glitter with matte. So yeah, so I'm gonna do Domination. This is like a matte brown. I hope you guys can see that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do Full Blast. This is like a shimmery burgundy, pinkish, I don't know. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do Ignition. Now we're doing Mesmerize. And this is like a brown shimmer. So pretty. I'm gonna do Inferno. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do In Command. I like this one because it has like matte, but it has like glitter in it. Not sure if you can see it in the camera. And I'm gonna do Hypnotic, which is, so this is the one I meant that had glitter, like a matte glitter. And this is Hypnotic. And it's like a maroon. And finally, I will be doing the last row. So this one right here is called Stamina. It's like a matte dark brown. Then I have Warning Label, which is this burgundy, pinkish shade right there. It's matte. Then I have Combust, I don't know. Excuse my pronunciation, but I'm not perfect. Then I have Out of Control, and this is like a grayish shimmer that I really love. It has brown in it. And then I have Smolder. This one is kind of more like a gray, like a dark gray, but it's matte. I think it looks like kind of brown in the camera, but it's gray. And then I have Jolt. This one is also grayish. And then last I have Smoked Out, and this is kind of like black. The
black as that we have from the palette. Look at that.
So I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush and I'm gonna pick up the shade Major Hottie.
This is like a brown orangey matte transition shade. I'm going to be using a fluffy brush and I'm going to be packing this color, blending little by little on top of the area of my crease. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move to the shade called Savage. This shade is a matte, but it's more not in the orangey side. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on top of the other shade towards the area of the crease. And I'm just gonna be blending from side to side. Using a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to be blending this area without applying any more product. I'm going to be picking up this dark maroon shade called Hypnotic, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this at the edge of my eye, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in this area towards in. Here I'm just using my Tarte favorite concealer to do like a small cut crease, just halfway. And I'm going to be filling everything in, taking it with a flat brush to line it up where you cut the crease, just like that. And then just shade everything in that area. But I'm not gonna take it all the way where you can see like the smoky at the edge. Just a little bit more than halfway.
I'm gonna go with New Flame and I'm gonna be using like a flat brush to pack the color.
I'm applying this shade at the area where I cut the crease. This is just for like the detail, so you could see like the lineup and you won't lose any of the detail. But I'm going to leave a big space to apply different shades in the bottom. Using a flat brush, I'm picking up the shade called Inferno. This shade, I'm gonna go ahead and pack it right by the smoky and also where I applied the detail shade on top. So I'm just gonna be packing this shade without blending, just packing, just so you could see it. Now I really want to dig into this shade called Unstoppable using a small flat brush, and I'm just gonna be applying this color all over the area of my lid. This color is kind of like a reddish, but it has some pinkish in it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack this color all over my lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade called Full Blast, and this shade is like a shimmery hot pink. I'm using a small thin brush just to put it in the inner corner of my eye. And I will be applying that same shade in the bottom of my waterline. And it's okay if it gets messy, no worries, because I still haven't prepped my face with any foundation or any concealer. I'm still gonna have to do that, so it's fine if I make a mess. And here I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Inferno shade just to blend everything in, so the colors can look nice and blended and no harsh spots. Here I'm just applying some Milani liquid highlighter in the inner corner of my eyes. And here I'm just gonna go ahead and use my flat brush just to smudge it out a little bit so it could look a little bit blended. I'm picking up this shade called Frenzy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pack it in the inner corner of my eye, and I am using my fingers. Now I'm picking up this shade called Smoked Out. This is a black shade from this palette, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use this brush to apply it like in the bottom of my waterline, just to give it a dip look. And here I'm just using a facial wipe to clean some of the mess, but it's still okay because I'm still gonna prep my face. And I'm moving forward using a flat brush and my concealer. I'm going to be applying this concealer with a flat brush. You could also use like a really thin brush instead of a flat one, but I don't know why. I just like using my flat brush. I'm building up like a eyeliner, but using concealer instead of black eyeliner, because I'm going to be applying some eyeshadow on top of this concealer. So for today, the concealer will be our eyeliner. So once I built up the wing, I just took it in like little by little, being really careful doing this step. And now I'm gonna be going with the black again. And this black is the one I'm gonna be using to apply on top of my eyeliner. Well, of my concealer that it's going to be my eyeliner. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shade all that area in, and it's gonna look like our eyeliner. But instead of liquid, this one is, eyeshadow. Here I'm just moving in to a flatter brush using the same eyeshadow. I'm just gonna be applying it to make it look a little bit more sharp. And here I'm just gonna be cleaning up, making it look more neat. Here I'm just going to be using some liquid eyeshadow to be applying like a little line in the area where I cut the crease. And I feel that this step is going to give the look a little bit more like drama, the little extraness. But you can also like skip it. And I'm going to be applying some also in the inner corner of my eye, just to connect this and to give it a little bit more extraness. So now going with my lashes, I'm going to go ahead and curl them. Then I'm going to go with my Benefit Roller Lash Black Mascara. And I'm going to start by doing about one coat in the top of my lashes, or till they look good. And I'm also going to do the bottom lashes. At the same time that I'm doing my lashes, I'm making sure, at the same time that I'm applying it, I'm making sure that I'm brushing them so they could look nice and even. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply some pencil liner in the waterline of my eye.
Okay guys, so here I'm already done with my eye makeup, and we're gonna go ahead, so we already used this one. We're gonna go ahead and do the face palette, because I still haven't done like my contouring. My face looks all white like a masapan. It's cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and try the AT Totally Tan Complexion Pro Face Palette by Morphe and see if I like it. So it looks just like the other one, just like that. But the cool part about this one that I like, it has a mirror. I'm not even gonna need my mirror because this one has a mirror already, so I like that. I wish all the palettes that I have will have mirrors, because it makes your life so much easier. You don't have to grab a palette and then a different mirror. This one already has a mirror, so you could just like psh. So I'm gonna be using the JH06 brush. So I'm going with this bronzer right here. And the contour. I want to dig into this pink one right here. It has like some shimmer in it. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply it like that. And I will be using my big brush to blend.
And here I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my nose real quick. And here I'm gonna be using this highlighter, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a big brush everywhere that I like to glow. And I just ended up applying both highlighters, like mixing them together. I feel that it gives it a better glowy look. So I just ended up mixing both of the highlighters from the palette together. So I'm just going to apply it everywhere that I like to glow and then just, you know, blend. So now I'm using my Wet n Wild foundation stick, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this at the area where I contoured my nose. I feel that my nose looks a little too pigmented even though I already blend. So I'm going to go ahead and fix it with this foundation stick so it could look nice and blended. And here I'm just going back to my highlighters to add it in my nose just so we won't lose the glow. I'm going to go with my Dose of Colors matte lipstick, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it without applying any lip liner or anything else. So just right with this lipstick, I'm going to be following just the lines of my lips. And just to finish up this look, I'm adding some setting spray from Morphe by Jeffree Star, just to finish up the look and so it could last all day. And this is how the face palette looks when I apply the swatches. So yeah, for this palette, I'll rate it about a 7 out of a 10, just because it does the job, so that's great. But for me, it's a little too pigmented. I feel that if the palette was a little less pigmented and with less fallout, it would be better for the face. But if this was an eyeshadow palette, that would be just, you know, perfect. But yeah, out of a 10, I'll give it a 7. Now for the 3503 Fierce by Nature Artistry palette, I'm going to give this palette a 9 out of a 10. Just because the palette is beautiful, like the formula is great, super creamy, and applies pretty smoothly. And I love that it has so much transition shades, but different like orangey shades. But I'm not going to give it a 10 just because the names are not printed in the palette. So yeah, other than that, it's beautiful. And that is it for today's video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Leave in the comments below what you think about this look. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. See you next time. Bye.